All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. I'm going to be talking to you today about another incident that has happened of the HPAI and how it has occurred in Georgia. And basically what's going on was last week there was a case that was found in Georgia. And what's concerning is that most of the cases that were happening with the HPAI, which is the highly pathogenic avian influenza, most of them were happening on the West Coast or in the Midwest. They weren't really over on the East Coast yet, which is why largely a lot of the egg pricing problems and other issues with chicken, all of those were happening towards the western portions of the country. Well, now it is starting to make its way towards the east. There have been incidents of potential HPAI in Delaware and in Virginia, and last week there was one in Georgia. This happened in a county called Elbert County. Today there is a second case of it. So first one is called Elbert County 01, I think is what they called it, and this is case number Elbert County 02. They of course have the health officials from Georgia in there. And there's been, I think it's in the hundreds of thousands. Now, what they call it when they go in and they get rid of these chickens is they call it depopulation and cleaning, essentially, and disposal. So the way that they do it, I'm not going to describe, but let's just say it's pretty rough. And then they dispose of these birds, usually by burying them very deep. And then they clean and sanitize whatever the facilities were. So last week there was a case, this week there's a case as well. Now we've all been having problems with the pricing of eggs. There's actually a local farmer around us who used to sell them for $3 for his personal flock. Well, his price changed today, and now the sign has a little correction over it saying $5 compared to $3. But honestly, from what we've seen out there, that's a pretty darn good deal. There are numerous accounts of eggs being $7 to $12 in other parts of the country, depending on what style, like, organic. The fear is that the meat is going to start to get more expensive and tougher to find. So as the eggs go, people are worrying that the chicken is going to go the same way. So as a prepper channel and a prepper who promotes prepping, I would say it is probably a wise idea, unless we get some kind of news that things are heading in a different direction, for you to start to do things where you prep and take care of chicken and make it so you've got it extra and have ways to do that. Now, whether that's canning or freezing or whatever, however you can do to keep it, dehydrating is another, prepped up and in long-term storage is a very wise idea. There are issues on the horizon, I think. I think we are going to be going into a time when protein is becoming extremely expensive. This has already happened. We all know about the beef and the cattle numbers. They are the lowest they've been in 60 years, and of course the population is twice what it was back then. So all of these things are coming together for major shocks, and I think we're going to start to hear more incidents of protein becoming more expensive and chicken problems, whether it's eggs or broilers. In this specific case, these are broilers. I think we're going to start to see this spread, and if it really gets going on the East Coast in places like Delaware and Virginia, which do have very high concentrations of chicken farming, as well as Pennsylvania and Georgia and the Carolinas and more, you're going to see some major problems. You're going to see your prices go up, and you'll be thanking yourself if you are prepping all of this right now. So if I were you, I would start to up your game, but this is a concerning turn of events. All right, friends, you like what we're doing here, please consider hitting the buttons. Hit the like button, subscribe. As described in a few of the past videos, there's a a bit of a change on the way they are treating this channel, and it's not for the positive. So the more interactive you are, the better we are on this channel, and I would appreciate it. So thank you so much. Hit the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one.